Farah Hanoun for MMA Junkie, and I'm joined by UFC welterweight contender Leon Edwards. Leon, how are you?
I'm very good. In lockdown as everyone else, but I'm good. Chilling. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. The welterweight picture keeps getting more and more interesting every day. Um, we're seeing that the fight between Kamaru Usman and Masvidal hasn't been signed yet. It seems like it's opened the doors for other possibilities. We saw Kamaru calling out Conor McGregor. We're seeing Masvidal talking about a Nate Diaz rematch. I saw you throw your name in the hat saying, you know what? You guys can't settle your negotiations. I'm here. Uh, you wrote in the tweet something. You said US or Fight Island. I remember you saying something about a work visa issue. Is that sorted? Would you be able to fight in the US?
My visa is not sorted as yet, but I know that Donald Trump, I think he did like a thing this week saying all like sports people can go into the US and compete. You know what I mean? So I'm going off the back of that you should be able to go into the US and compete. So we'll see. Um, if you get a fight booked and get a fight done, then I'm sure the UFC will help me with that and help me get to the States.
Absolutely, and yeah, because are you surprised to see that fight between Usman and Masvidal hasn't been signed yet? I mean, it kind of causes a bit of a delay with everything, right? But it appears that they're both accusing each other of pricing themselves out. What do you think the problem is, and why the fight hasn't happened yet or been signed yet?
I don't know. Like you said, I thought it would have been done by now. Both of them saying the same thing. One person, I'm ready, and my deal is done, and the other person is saying the same thing. So I don't know. I really couldn't tell you what's the reason why it hasn't been done yet. I know Masala came out this week saying that his part of the deal is done, and he's waiting for Usman. And Usman said the same thing. So I don't know. It's confusing, but like I said, I am ready to go, and give me enough time to prepare, and I'll get my team together, and I'll prepare, and I'll compete.
And what's your current situation in terms of your gym and stuff like that? Are you able to train at a gym or anything like that? Do you have a home gym set up? Well, what's the latest
I've,
review?
I've got like a little home strength conditioning gym in my garage, and but as far as martial arts go, I haven't been able to do it in the martial arts since March really. So but I'm sure that if I talk to my team, and we'll be able to get the gym back open and get a team together that we can trust and work from there. But at the moment, we're just seeing what's next and what's the plan, and we go from there.
So you're basically saying like once you're able to sign a fight and stuff like that, then you'll try to sort something out rather than try to do it now in these tough circumstances.
Yeah, exactly. Because like you said, it's gonna be hard to get everyone together right now. You know what I mean? Especially with no aim in sight. So at least if we've got a fight booked, we'll be able to say, "Oh, this is the date. I need to get ready for this date," and I'm sure we'll be able to get the gym open back and have like private sessions with my coaches and a few training partners. So we'll wait to see and hopefully see.
And how long would you need? Like, obviously it's not ideal situation. It's not going to be a proper camp like you would have wanted it to be. But if they tell you that they could sign you for a fight in July, mid-July, something like that, would that be enough time for you to prepare?
Um, Probably late July, early August is probably better for me. Like I said, I haven't done much martial arts since my fight got cancelled in late March. You know what I mean? So, um, if I'm fighting for the world title shot, I want a proper camp. I want the full 8 to 10 weeks. You know what I mean? If I could get it, if it's just like number one contender fight, then I'll probably take a shorter notice fight. But as far as for the world title shot, I want to give myself every opportunity to prepare and to do it correctly.
And of course, you were scheduled to fight Tyron Woodley in London. That got canceled. Obviously, you couldn't make it away to your way to the US. You could have gotten stuck there. It was just a lot of turbulent times there. He's fighting Gilbert Burns this weekend. Is that fight still on the table for you in any shape or form if Usman and Masvidal do end up fighting each other? Does the Woodley fight still interest you? And if Burns beats Woodley, would that be the realistic next opponent for you?
Um, Possible that it'll be a long time though. If Woodley wins, he won't probably fight now at the end of the year. You know what I mean? So I cannot wait till that long to compete. I want to compete this summer, latest early September, latest. You know what I mean? But I'll prefer in the summertime. So if any of them fight this weekend, whoever wins, it depends who wins. I think Burns will probably have a faster turnaround. Woodley will probably be like a longer situation.
So you would be willing to fight Burns if he beats Woodley?
If it's a guaranteed number one contender spot, yeah. If not, then
Okay.
no.
Okay, interesting. How do you see that fight playing out?
Um, they're pretty similar, right? In height, in build, the way they compete. I'll probably go Woodley. I'll probably go Woodley probably. To get the victory. Yeah, probably Woodley.
I'm sure you've seen his recent comments saying that he just saw the backstage altercation with Masvidal, and then yeah, that's the biggest L and whatnot. What are your thoughts on his comments?
That rapid career is the biggest L. That's the biggest L. Is rapping. I don't know. I think you got nothing to say. You know what I mean? He's talking about something that happened 2 years ago, and like no way that he hasn't seen that video. You know what I mean? Just using something that to mention, keep his name relevant. Really. I don't know. It is what it is. It don't bother me.
So none of this is like personal with Woodley. Would you even care to fight him if it didn't pan out? Do you want to fight Tyron Woodley like in general, or are you okay to
Nah,
not fight
nah.
in this thing?
The only reason why I was gonna fight him was because he's like, I'm the best welterweight of all time, blah blah blah, and I truly believe that I am better. You know what I mean? And so that's all. There's not no bad blood between me and him. Like, I don't know him. You know what I mean? So all it is, I want to compete against him. He says he's the best. I know I'm the best. So that's all it was, and that's all. That's where it stops.
And we're hearing Fight Island most likely for July. I mean, the whole design of Fight Island was for guys in situations like yourself, whether in the UK or guys in like Robert Whitaker in Australia or whatnot. It was designed to kind of help you guys out because it wasn't in the most ideal circumstance to travel to the US. Have you heard anything about Fight Island? And would you be interested to fight there? Or if your work visa gets sorted out for the US, you just rather fight in the US, considering maybe those fighters wouldn't want to travel all the way to Fight Island? Do you think it would be easier for you to get the matchups you want if they were in the US?
Possible. I think it'd be probably easier to fight in the US. And to get the right matchups in the US more than the Fight Island. You know what I mean? But I know that Fight Island is happening in June, end of June, early July. Because one of my teammates got matched up already for to compete on Ireland. You know what I mean? So, um, I know that they're 100% doing it. I ain't got a clue where it is or what's happening, but I know that they're definitely doing it because matching fights right now for it.
I see, absolutely. And how do you see if Usman fights Masvidal? How do you see that one playing out? And do you have a preference in who wins? I know you've got a bit of history with Masvidal, and obviously a big storyline with Usman for you too. He's the guy that handed you your last loss. So
Yeah.
would you, first of all, how do you see it playing out? And second of all, do you have a preference in who you'd rather win the fight?
As far as like it playing out, I couldn't care less who wins. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's two good stories between both men, and so either way, both fights will sell just as much. You know what I mean? But um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who wins. Probably Usman. Probably. I think Usman is a better all around martial artist with striking, wrestling, and he can mix up a little bit more. Good cardio. Marcelo comes out. He's a good boxer. So probably edge towards Usman. On victory.
I know you don't want to fight below you. I mean, you're on a great win streak. I don't blame you for that. There are only a few guys who are above you in the rankings. It's Colby Covington, Jorge Masvidal, and Usman, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Wonder Boy Thompson is ranked one below you. He's expressed interest in fighting you. If that's a fight that's offered to you and the only fight that's able to happen for you, okay.
Nope. For no, it doesn't interest me one bit. He's coming off a knockout loss against a lightweight, and then he got one win back. You know what I mean? So nah, I've done all them kind of fights already. I'm on the 8-5 win streak, second most now to the current champion. I truly believe I deserve a title shot right now. You know what I mean? So no point me now going backwards and fighting the likes of Wonder Boy and people like that. I want to fight people above me that will guarantee me a number one contender spot and all the world title shot. You know what I mean? And I think that should be my only options right now.
And how long are you willing to wait? I know, because technically right now you're not having a full training camp or anything like that, so you wouldn't mind a few months at least, like I said, maybe until September. But if it were to be that case and you were waiting, and let's say Woodley beats Burns and he doesn't want to fight you, like, would you rather wait than take a fight that you don't want to take?
If it's like a fight that, like I said, if it's like a random fight, like then yeah, I'd rather wait than to just compete, just to compete. You know what I mean? And I think people only do that really if they've got like financial problems. Then they want to fight, get money. You know what I mean? And at the moment, I'm fine. I don't need to. You know what I mean? So I'll rather get the right fight for me and the right fight for my career and what I've earned, and do it that way. To be fair, so yeah, I can't see myself not fighting this summer though. You know what I mean? There's many options for me to compete, and I can't see myself not fighting like August, July, late July, August. So we'll see.
The Usman fight was such a long time ago. I mean, you're a completely different fighter now. So is he. How would you see a matchup between you and him playing out now?
Yeah, we're two different. But from back then, like 5 years ago, it's two different abilities and what we've achieved. You know what I mean? And I truly believe that I've got everything I need to beat him. If you watch the first fight, it was 1-1 going into the third round. I think, you know what I mean. And he did what he did with the wrestling, and my preparation for that camp, for that fight, was not how I like to prepare. I went away, in AKA, and I did my camp at AKA, and now I'm back in the UK working with my team, and I have not lost since. You know what I mean? So I truly believe that the fight would be totally different, and I'll get victory.
I'll leave you with one last question. I appreciate your time. What would it mean to you to win a world title for the UK? I mean, it was such a big thing when Michael Bisping won it because there haven't been that many guys like winning the world title in the UK in general, but in the UFC specifically. What would it mean to you to win a title, to bring a UFC title back home to the UK?
It will mean the world to me, and for my team as well, and for the kids in my gym, and to show them that we can achieve greatness coming from the UK and not going abroad and achieving it. You know what I mean? Like, for example, Bisping, when he went to America, he achieved it. He did what he did, but he did it from the state side. And for me to do it now from Birmingham, in the UK, I think that will say a bigger statement for the UK MMA and what we're doing right now, what we're achieving. So it will mean the world to me and mean the world to my team and to my family. So I cannot wait for it to happen, and it will happen.
Last thing, do you have a message, a statement, whether it's for Usman or Masvidal or the division in general? Do you have a message that you want to put out there?
That I am ready. I am coming, and I cannot wait to compete again. And whoever wants it can get it.
All right, Leon, I really appreciate you taking the time. Looking forward to see what matchup you're going to get next. But either way, you've certainly earned it, and I think big things are coming your way.
Thank you. Good interview. Thank you.